You can hope and pray for it all you want to. There is no sophomore slump incoming for second year quarterback Jayden Daniels. He is more likely to win the 2025 NFL MVP than he is to take a slump. No second year quarterback should have all this power. I'm Rio Robinson. Let's talk about it. What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson, back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about our Washington Commanders. It is July 8th. We're 2 weeks away from the start of NFL training camp. We're 23 days away from the Hall of Fame game, and it is time for peak toxicity. It is time for everybody to ramp up and get into midseason form because football is back to save all of our lives. And Lord knows I need it. Your boy been on the pup list and on IR all summer. I'm ready to get to good vibes and talking on a daily basis about my Washington Commanders again. And we're talking about the quarterback today, the main character, the BS de resistance, that guy, the centerpiece of this franchise, Jayden Daniels, going into his second year in DC. We're going to be making stat predictions of everything I expect to see from this guy in year two. It feels good, and it's quite the change and quite the contrast seeing that we have detractors now, that we have naysayers, we have fan bases in our division that won the Super Bowl on their hands and knees at the pulpit praying on the downfall of our quarterback. It gives insecurity. It reeks of they know what's coming because some guys just have it. Look at the top line here for MVP. You see Lamar Jackson. He won a couple of them. Should have won MVP last year. Josh Allen, last year's MVP. Burrow ain't won one yet, but he would have won it last year if his team made the playoff. Mahomes, you already know who he is. A fucking legend. And look at the name that comes next to him. By the end of the 2025 NFL season, there will be no doubts. There will be no debates. There will be no conversations about who the next name to enter the fray in the chat after you say the names Jackson, Allen, Mahomes, Burrow. It's going to be Jayden Daniels. We already know it over here. We already know it. Oh, it's only been one season. That's cool. That's cool. And we know how this guy prepares. We know our guy loves the grind. He loves getting it out the mud, and he has no desire to be stagnant or to move backwards. Sophomore slump. Sophomore slump. You got guys like Cam Newton throwing around. I need to make sure that he's not RG3. There's nothing he shares in common with RG3, but he has long hair. He's black, debatable for RG3, and he plays the quarterback position. And they both won Rookie of the Year, and they both won Heisman. Yes, that's a lot of similarities. And that's where all the similarities start because they couldn't be further of antithesis of football players, of decision makers, of personalities. It's not a conversation to be had, but everybody is wishing the downfall on our quarterback because they see the vision. Everybody sees what's coming. They know the MVPs and Super Bowl championship appearances and a probable Super Bowl victory is coming in the future of this guy. You know it when you see it. You knew it when you saw it out of Patrick Mahomes. You knew it. His second year in the league, lit it up for over 50 touchdowns. Didn't win the Super Bowl that year. He won the MVP, but everybody knew it. My favorite thing I hear people say is the league has tape on him now. Jayden got tape on y'all too, and he got it loaded up in the VR. Lamar Jackson did not have a sophomore slump. He ascended. Joe Burrow ascended, took his team to the damn Super Bowl in his second season. Josh Allen went from looking like a D3 quarterback in year one to looking like a very good pro in year two. And Mahomes has only ascended throughout his career. Justin Herbert had a phenomenal rookie season. You know what he did his second year? He balled out. I'm sorry your quarterback had a learning curve in the NFL. I'm sorry y'all quarterbacks was throwing for less than 20 touchdowns in their second season in the NFL. That is not a possibility for my quarterback. I'm sorry that we drafted a guy that was assembled out the box. I'm sorry we drafted a guy with so much experience coming out of college. He came out the box, batteries included and assembled, ready to play with immediately. This is not the normal case of quarterback. But when I'm talking about the best of the best in the league, none of them had a sophomore slump, but they wishing it on our guy because he's the greatest rookie quarterback this league has ever seen. He drug a roster that was probably the 19th best in the league to the NFC Championship last year. And despite what Eagles fans say, he battled with them boys in the NFC Championship. He was by himself in the middle of the battlefield like Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastard. Shout out to my thronies out there. But he battled. He was there, and y'all got to see us going forward because he's not going anywhere. They're wishing injuries on him. They're wishing everything on this guy because they see the success coming, because they see the way he carries himself. They see the work ethic. This is a good human, a good football player, a good leader. He checks every boxes that you need a franchise quarterback to check. And they all see it. They envy it. And they're feeling really insecure about it, man. We ain't never seen a second-year quarterback got fans of a team that just won the Super Bowl waking up at 8 a.m. sharp to tweet about him every day. Your quarterback is the reigning Super Bowl MVP. Y'all don't wake up to tweet about him. Y'all wake up to tweet about one Jayden Daniels. No second-year quarterback should have all that power. But he should, though, because he's the fifth best quarterback in this league, and he's the best quarterback in the NFC already. And he's going to only extend that and become the face of this conference in year two. And Washington is going to be a contender for as long as he stands on that football field. I'm looking at the MVP race in 2025. I think it's going to be a two-man race between Patrick Mahomes and Jayden Daniels. And here's why. Lamar Jackson just played the best season of his career last year and was not rewarded the MVP trophy. They wanted so badly to give that shit to Josh Allen because the NFL and the NBA, they do stupid shit like voter fatigue. Let's give it to someone else. Let's try and give it to someone. We can't just give it to the same guy all the time. They got to switch it up. Mahomes definitely is going to be top two in MVP discussion. You see the haircut. You see how he's moving. He's heard the chatter all offseason. People are talking crazy on his name like he not top two ever. Like he don't got 3 rings and 5 Super Bowl trips before his 30th birthday. How soon people forget greatness. When you're great, people cannot wait to root against you. That it's what comes with greatness. Heavy as the head that wears the crown. Mahomes is going to be one MVP candidate. Number 2 is going to be Jayden. You want to know why? I don't think Josh Allen's winning it back-to-back. And that team still needs a little bit more around him offensively. And the Bengals, Burrow's numbers are going to say MVP, but that horrid shit-ass defense that kept them out the playoffs last year, they're going to be the reason why he doesn't win the MVP. Burrow ain't been to the playoffs in a couple years now. I know injuries happened a couple years ago, but he ain't been in the playoffs in like 3 seasons. Can't win MVP if you're not in the playoff. You know who's going to be in the playoffs? The Chiefs and the Washington Commanders. And I think Jayden is going to go nuts. You know, like year 2 Lamar, year 2 Burrow, year 2 Mahomes, even though he didn't play year 1, but it's all relevant. Year 2 Herbert, year 2 Marino. I'm sorry your quarterbacks slumped. I'm sorry your quarterbacks had a learning curve in this league. Mine does not. So this is what I predict out of Jayden Daniels in the 2025 season. 4,270 passing yards. So just under 4,300 passing yards. 35 passing touchdowns. 8 interceptions. 680 rush yards. So 200 less rush yards because I don't need the fucking quarterback leading the team in rushing this year. Fuck that. Brian Robinson, I'm begging you to run 4,000 yards this year. I'm begging you. I'm daring you. I'm challenging you as a man and as a fan. Run 4,000 yards this year and stay on the goddamn football field. Back to Jayden. So 4,270 passing yards, 36 passing touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 680 rush yards, 5 touchdowns. So that's 41 total touchdowns. That's about 4,900 total yards and only 8 interceptions. That is my 2025 NFL MVP. I saw Pat do it in year 2. Quarterbacks have went crazy in year 2. Y'all talk about slumps. Quarterbacks also evolve. They ascend. They get into their peak of superpowers because those are not outlandish numbers. He's easily over 30 touchdowns for us passing last year if he doesn't get put out the Panthers game and we don't pull him at halftime of the Cowboys game to close the season. Easily. And we haven't had a quarterback throw for 30 touchdowns here in 58 years. Sonny goddamn Jurgensen was the last time we had a quarterback throw for 30 touchdowns. Jayden's doing it this year. He's going to do it with relative ease. Less rushing yards, more passing yards. Oh, but Rio, those are big jumps from last year. The team got better. Deebo Samuel is our wide receiver too. Deebo Samuel could take a screen, a bubble. He could take a slant to the crib. He's a running back with the ball in his hand. Jalen Lane is the fastest player on the football team. Go watch the way he runs screens and short run. Look at the yards after catchability that this team added this year. Not only that, they went and invested in the protection of Jayden Daniels. He's going to have more time to operate. What is more dangerous than what we saw last year? A Jayden Daniels with more time to operate. Laramie Tunzel on one side. Josh Connerly on the other side. Brandon Coleman at his natural habitat at guard. Come on, man. If we can get a 1,000-yard rusher out of the backfield, not the quarterback, out of the backfield, Jayden is going to do what he wants. They're going to have a fully open playbook this year. Another year of the marriage of Cliff Kingsbury and Jayden Daniels. It's going to be a match made in heaven. And I don't care that the schedule got better. The boy is built for it. Do we have a dominant defense? We do not. We do not, and we don't need one. We need a defense that's opportunistic enough to force turnovers, to occasionally flip fields, and to give 5 the ball with a chance, because if 5 gets the ball in the fourth quarter, we can beat anybody in the league. That is the confidence that I have in one Jayden Daniels. I would like to know who y'all think is going to be the MVP in 2025, because it's going to be Mahomes or Jayden. It's going to be Mahomes or Jayden. It's going to be one or the other. I'm speaking with my chest out. I'm speaking boldly and confidently because we have the guy. There are no questions about it. We have the guy. And the league sees it, and other fan bases see it as well, because they would not speak with such animosity if they weren't threatened. They feel it. They feel it, and they see the vision, and they see it just like you and I see it. We have a future MVP, a future Super Bowl appearing and Super Bowl victory quarterback on this roster. We just got to keep building it up around him, and we got to keep him upright. And that was the priority of this offseason. I'm calling it. Jayden Daniels will be your 2025 MVP. 4,270 passing yards, 35 passing touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 680 rush yards, 5 touchdowns. So 41 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Another 12-win season, and Washington is competing for a shot at a Lombardi because that is our lives now. Dead all the PTSD, dead all of that shit of the last 25 years. We got one of those ones now. So assimilate, act like it. We're in the fourth quarter of negotiations with Terry. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We got new uniforms to talk about tomorrow, training camp battles, position battles, etc. Your boy is back up and running. I got my voice back. I got my health back. Let's get active and talk about some 2025 Washington Commanders. 5 MVP 5 season is loading. I can't wait, man. JD Cinco for MVP. Talk soon, man. Hail to the Washington Commanders.